You already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I recently spoke about the individual that has something to do with the death of my mother and father, who recently came home from prison. And this individual, who did 45 years in prison, has accepted the religion of Islam, and he was known to help many of the brothers who was going into prison change their life for the better by Allah's permission. I recently spoke with this individual through a video call. Our brother Anwar Wright, Sheikh Talha, and our brother Hassan Somali called me with this individual on the phone. Our brothers Anwar Wright and Sheikh Talha drove from Philadelphia to New Jersey, spoke with this individual, remind him from the Quran and the Sunnah that, of course, you have to do Tawbah to Allah, but you also got to get right with the people that you oppress, or get right from the, with the children, which is myself, my brothers, the children of the victims. So I got on the phone call with him, and the brother was explaining to me how he's not the same person he was back then today. He said that he repented to Allah for 40-something years, asking Allah to forgive him for the mistake that he done out of ignorance. And he said, I know that there's nothing I can do to change what happened, but I'm truly, sincerely sorry for what I done and put you and your family through. And I told the brother, I said, of course, when you came home from prison, all types of thoughts and ideas went through my mind, and I asked Allah to guide me in my heart and allow me to do the actions that are pleasing to him. And I said, so alhamdulillah, I chose to put Islam before my desires by Allah's permission. And there's really nothing we can do to bring my parents back, I told him. And I said, if Allah can forgive, who are me to not forgive? And as a Muslim, we forgive those that wronged us because we want Allah to forgive us. We don't know what's going to tilt the scale on Yawm al-Qiyamah. And all of us, we have deeds that we hope that Allah will forgive us for, and wrongdoings that we hope Allah forgive us for, and our grave is close and our death is close, and we don't know when the angel of death going to approach us. So in this worldly life, we try to do our best to try to do deeds that are pleasing to Allah, and I pray that Allah accept this from us and allow us to be sincere in our actions. Many of the people, I know some people were saying that they don't want to accept the religion of Islam. One individual said this to me, because Islam make you passive. Islam doesn't make you passive. Islam put mercy in your heart. Because Islam, I don't know, I haven't never met anybody more courageous than the Muslims. If someone come to harm a Muslim or come to harm our family, we won't be passive. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that that threat is eliminated. But if we have the opportunity to forgive somebody for the sake of Allah, remind you that this is 45 years later. Allah guided me to the religion of Islam, guided that individual to the religion of Islam. This is 45 years later that we was able to reflect and continue to think and ourselves get closer to Allah and try our best to get closer to Allah. Myself, my brothers. This is 45 years later that if we able to forgive an individual for the sake of Allah, inshallah, Allah will forgive us. So this is what Islam does, man. Islam put mercy in your heart. I'm not saying that we're going to allow you to oppress us or allow you to come and try to harm us and we're not going to defend ourselves. That's not what Islam teaches us. But Islam teaches us, and we have examples from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when the individual murdered his uncle who was very dear to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself forgave him after he accepted the religion of Islam. And none of us is better than the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and none of us went through tests that could come near to the tests that our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam went through to spread the religion of Islam. So if our Prophet, who's the best example of mankind, can forgive the individual that harmed him, that spilled blood, that killed his family members, that's an example that we want to take, and may Allah accept it from us. So alhamdulillah, this is the beauty of the religion of Islam. And because of the religion of Islam, it protects us in our honor, and it protects the lives of other Muslims.
Now, for those of y'all that don't know who this brother is, when Tupac came out with the Outlaws, he was one of the outlaws. And one of my favorite favorite songs from Tupac and the Outlaws. We traded war stories. Outlaws on the rise, jealous niggas out the spies, look in my eyes. We traded war stories. And one of the brothers that told the war story was him. He went into a rhyme talking about how I'm reminiscing and catching flashbacks of when them niggas came up in my house and I was too young to try to blast back what happened then. Nobody would tell me since I was 3. But F that. You took what's mine and I want that. Never dropped the squad. Been on the song Tupac Outlaws, Trading War Stories. Listen to it. Napoleon. The song was touching to me. Because I knew when I listened to the song, he put me in a state of something that I went through in my childhood, where something happened to somebody in my family that was dear to me, that kind of put me in a path of a rampage at an early age. So when I listened to his rhyme, I could tell, and his passion, I was like, damn, this really happened. But I wasn't sure. Now after, 25 years? This brother's telling a story of how he made peace with the guy who killed his mother and father. And it brings tears to my eyes because I believe in God wholeheartedly. But to forgive without trying to give revenge, that's a new level of strength that you could only pray. Your moms and your pops. Me looking at you guys watching me right now, I just want you to think about your mother and your father. And ask yourself, could you forgive? I got to put it in the comment section. Could you forgive somebody that took the life of your moms and your father? That's the beauty of the forgiveness of God and some of the sins that we do and how we live. It is forbidden for a Muslim to take the life of another Muslim. This is why that brother forgave. I'm a forgiving person. I told y'all before I forgave Africa Bambaataa when he apologized to me for what he did to me. And that wasn't easy. Because for years when people was like, why you didn't turn his TV off? Why you didn't rock his snot box? Because I knew I can do it. But I knew if I did that to that man, 9 times out of 10, my mother and my brothers and sisters would have been in the grave right with him. It wasn't just about me. That man was a powerful man with an army. But nevertheless, in today's time, when I exposed him, in 2015, I forgave him. You know why? Because he asked for forgiveness. But that was done to me. Taking my mother and father, it brings tears to my eyes. But shout out to this brother, and may Allah reward him with paradise for being so strong. Because I don't know if I have that kind of strength. Yes, I believe in God, but and may God forgive me for saying it. But in some cases, I think I'd rather burn in hell than let a nigga get away from killing my moms and my moms and my pops. You know what it feel like when I lay down at nighttime? To hope to see that your moms, you just go to sleep and see your moms in your dreams. You wait for them visits where you actually visiting your mother in your dreams, and then you wake up out of your sleep screaming. Anybody who's ever lost their mother, you know what I'm talking about. It's nothing like those dreams. You wake up to the reality that that was just a dream and you left your mother there. She's not here no more. It's like she died all over again. But shout out to this brother. But y'all let me know in the comment section. Would you do it for God? I would want to. I just don't know if I could. I would want to. But then again, I don't know if I would want to. Maybe I'm lying. That's a hard one. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. To all the Muslim brothers and sisters out there, Ramadan Kareem. May Allah reward you with a beautiful fast. I'm out.